Ndimbai ekene munu non. Ahambo nwada chinyere anuforo. Thank you so much for stopping by and for clicking to watch this content. If this is your first time on my channel, you are most welcome. And please do not forget to like, comment, and then hit the subscribe red button down below to join my channel. I would sincerely appreciate your support. Thank you once again for stopping by. Meanwhile, I recently made an upload. It was a YouTube short video about why the Igbos do not pay bride price or contract marriages on a Marquette day. A lot of people that responded or dropped their comments in the comment section were not able to provide the exact answers to this very question. Meanwhile, I am here today with an answer to that question that I asked. So here we go. Kaidowa Okuawa. Meanwhile, we cannot talk about the Eke Market Day without stating the other market days in Igbo land. But we will be elaborating more on the Eke Market Day, which is our major topic of discussion today. So there are 4 market days in Igbo land, which is the Eke that represents fire. Then we have the Afor, which means the land, earth, or the stomach. And we have the Orie. The Orie means water. Yes, the water of life. And the Nkwo means air, the air of life, the air that we breathe, that we cannot do anything without the air. We cannot even do anything without water. We can't do without the land. Yes, we cannot do without fire. So these are the 4 major stuff that our market days represents in Igbo land. So as we go on to this, we must apparently make reference to the Igbo calendar, just like the calendar that is generally used by the world today, which is the Gregorian calendar, where we have 7 days a week and 30 days or 31 days in a month. Meanwhile, not every countries of the world that make use of this Gregorian calendar, because where I am today, which is Saudi Arabia, they do not make use of this Gregorian calendar. China also makes use of the lunar calendar. So just like the Igbo calendar, because the Igbos, they have their own calendar. In Igbo calendar, 4 days make 1 week and 7 weeks make 1 month, which is 28 days that make 1 month in Igbo calendar. So everything that happens in Igbo culture centers around those 4 days, 4 weekdays in our culture, which is our market days, the Ake, Orie, Afor, Nkwo. We plan our activities, our ceremonies, whichever thing that we're doing around this 4 calendar days. Yeah, so that is how it goes. So basically, today we are talking about the don'ts on the Eke Market Day. What you are not allowed to do in Igbo tradition on Eke Market Day. So basically, Eke is a special market day in Igbo land. It's a special day of holiday, just like our contemporary Sunday, you know. So, Eke represents fire, Oku. And it can also be referred to as Eke Kere Owa. That's the curator of the universe, the maker of the universe, you know. That is why you see our elders in the villages, when they wake up in the morning to pour libations to the gods or to make prayer requests to the gods of our land, they would be like, Eke keterani ihioma, may Eke bring good things on our land. May Eke be fruitful to our children. May Eke be prosperous to us. May Eke bless our land, our farm produce, and what have you. These are what our elders always say each time they are making prayer requests to the gods of our land during Eke Market Day and the other market days too. So Eke is one unique special day in Igbo land. And here we go with the don'ts of the Eke Market Day. In Igbo tradition, on Eke Market Day, you are not allowed to contract marriage, to pay bride price of any kind. Recently, on the 9th of January, my cousin had her traditional marriage and white wedding in our village. So what happened? When it was 6 p.m., Eke has entered because that marriage was contracted on Nkwo Market Day, and Nkwo precedes Eke, you know. So at 6 p.m., they were asked not to go. I can tell you that my cousin and the husband slept in our house. They did not go back to the husband's house. Even the man that came to marry from us, they had to sleep at my cousin's house because they are not supposed to go home. You are not supposed to take your wife home on Eke Market Day. If you do that, probably the marriage may not be successful, may not be fruitful or whatsoever. I wouldn't say precisely, but it is the culture of our land. I've also witnessed that while I was much younger, probably in the secondary school or high school, we have these people coming to marry from our village, from Enugu State. On their way coming, their bus broke down. They couldn't arrive on time. And Eke entered. At 6 p.m., the MC asked everybody to dismantle whatever, the canopies, and unfortunately, we had to enjoy the rice too. Eke did not enter with the rice, We enjoyed the rice and drinks, I didn't know what happened. Everybody just left. Because Eke has entered. Even if they arrive 8 p.m., they cannot continue with that marriage processes because Eke has entered. So Eke is a special holy day that you do not contract marriage or pay bride price in Igbo tradition. Secondly, you do not organize any form of funerals, any burial ceremonies on Eke Market Day, especially for those who are octarians, those who are over 80s and above. But I believe that is generally done for the adults in Igbo tradition. You don't just bury an adult on a Market Day or just anyhow. Unless the person did not have children or people that will organize there's a funeral for him or her. In another occasion whereby someone will be buried immediately or on any market day in Igbo land, is in a situation where the person desecrates the established culture of the land. Onye mere faro, or somebody that dies suddenly, someone that commits suicide, abomination. In that way, the person is being thrown to the evil forest or buried on Eke Market Day or whichever market day. But burying someone on Eke Market Day should amount to a big abomination. Yes. So another one is that you do not go to farm on Eke Market Day, because there is this belief that if you go to your farm or if you go plant any crop on Eke Market Day, it will not be fruitful. It will remain stunted in growth. Therefore, people do not go farming on Eke Market Day. Alright, so in Igbo tradition, there's also a notion that a woman is not allowed to sell a piece of land, and a woman does not possess a landed property. This might support the reason why a woman does not have a share in the father's property in Igbo tradition. They believe that which is, let me not say it's crazy. But meanwhile, this is because it is believed that the Afor Market Day, which means the land, the stomach, the earth, is what makes the woman fruitful. Therefore, the woman does not in turn sell that land which makes her fruitful. You should always be grateful to the land that makes you fruitful, make you conceive and all that. Because it is believed that we come from the dust, and to the dust do we go back. Then I wonder if men do not come from the dust and are not going back to the dust. This is our tradition anyway. Yes, but recently modernization has affected a lot of changes in some of these traditions, and there are ways you could perform some rites for a woman to sell a landed property in Igbo culture these days. Unlike before, a woman does not talk about that. Okay, another is this. If you are married to an Igbo man, you dare not leave your husband's house on Eke Market Day. Possibly you had a discrepancy or misunderstanding with your husband and you decided to carry your bag. I don't go. My sister, if you go, say goodbye to that marriage. You are not coming back unless a particular rite might be performed for you to come back. But that is the way it is. You dare not leave your husband's house on Eke Market Day, in the sense that you are living. You don't divorce, Oyibo. That kind of grammar of a thing, divorce, So that's basically the way it is. That's just the tradition. Because every society, every race, they have their tradition, they have their culture, which must be abided by the citizens or by the people of the community. In that way, the society should function very well, rather than when there are total lawlessness in any community. So that's just that. But all these things are basically man-made. Yes, they were decided by man and can also be amended. Yes. All right, so finally, the Eke Market Day is a special day in Igbo land, a day that is observed as Sunday. But funny enough, people go to markets in Igbo culture on Eke Market Day. To some communities in Igbo land, their heavy market days could be Nkwo, Afor, Orie, or Eke. In my own area, Olo, our heavy market day, which is the busiest market day in my community, is the Afuata market. Yes, in my husband's place, I am married to an Orie North man. Their heavy market day is the Orie Obibi. That's Orie. Yes, in your place, people from Anambra, it could be, depending on your area, it could be the Eke. Please put down in the comment section which is the heavy market day in your own community. Yeah, but one unique fact to note is this. Our mothers or fathers who go to the market on the Eke market day, they usually prepare whatever they are going to be selling on that Eke market day on the Nkwo market day, a market day preceding the Eke market day. They do not go to the farms to get those things from their farmland on that same Eke market day. They go on the evening of the Nkwo market day to put all those things together, so that they will observe that rule of not going to the farm on the Eke market day, but they go to the market on the Eke market day to make money, to receive blessings of the Eke market day. So that is it for today. I'm going to have none on the buy. Darling, for your time. I so much appreciate your stopping by. Yes, kekeketara informa, kekeketekwara omumu, kekenya anyị ngozi niile nke anyị na-achọ n'aha Chukwu okike nke kere ụwa niile, n'aha onye nwe anyị Jesu Kristi, nakwazi n'aha nke mmụọ nsọ. Amen. Please do not forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe red button. Turn on the notification bell so that you always be notified whenever I upload a video. Ekene kwa mono. Ke mesiano.